Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
It's a Friday morning on this Valentine's Day. CJ Nasello here with you. It's our daily show, and we got a good one for you. Dr. Kathie Wuellner joins us in just a couple of minutes. She's going to be filling us in on the new book that she just put out, and it's a really great one. Dan Brandon had a fantastic write-up on that just a couple of weeks ago, and she joins us to fill us in on that and so much more. At 10:30, we're talking to Hope. They have their upcoming Globe Bingo event. Jodi joined us, I think, about this time last year, and she filled us in about Hope as a whole and just a wonderful organization that it is. She's going to join us via Zoom and fill us in on the event this time around the horn, and also some updates with Hope in general. Then at 10:45, we are going to be talking to Alderwoman of the 4th Ward, Rosie Brown. She's going to be joining us on the show to fill us in on her campaign and her time as Alderwoman, and we're getting closer to April the 1st. So all that comes down the pipeline in the next 2 hours, but at 9:03, here's what you need to know. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people that are informed each and every day of the work week and even on Saturdays. We'll take you to Alton first. Tyreek J. Cole, a 23-year-old resident of Alton, charged with 10 felonies, including multiple counts of possession of firearms and controlled substances. Authorities discovered 6 firearms and significant quantities of cocaine and methamphetamine during a protective sweep of his residence. Cole admitted that the drugs and guns belonged to him. The charges include armed violence and possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine. Cole has a criminal history, including prior convictions for robbery and drug possession, and was on probation at the time of his arrest. He remains in custody currently as the case progresses. Also in the news today, the Alton Committee of the Whole is set to consider a significant housing development project estimated at $27 million during their upcoming meeting. Alderman David Gann of the 7th Ward introduced the proposal at a recent City Council meeting, stating that the development company, McCormick Baron Salazar, aims to invest in the construction of 70 mixed-income housing units. Planned amenities of this proposal would include an elevator, rooftop access, and outdoor facilities. Gann's resolution seeks to authorize negotiations with this developer, and the committee will review this proposal on February the 24th at 6 p.m. The meeting will be broadcast live on RiverBender.com. The trial of Bryce V. Andrews is set to begin as he faces multiple charges linked to the death of his adoptive father, Bob Andrews, and his husband, Jim Ebry, which occurred on February the 1st, 2021 in Godfrey. Following a 911 call about a residential fire, authorities discovered the victims, who reportedly died from violent stab wounds. Andrews faces 4 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated arson, and other charges, accused of setting fire to the residence to conceal the crimes and stealing a vehicle belonging to the victims. Updates on this trial will be reported live here on RiverBender.com. Also, in the Jersey County region, the Jersey County Rural Water Company has announced a rate increase set to take effect on March the 15th due to a 27.82% hike from their current supplier, Illinois American Water Company. The company's board of directors, who are Also, customers expressed their commitment to address the impact on residents while working towards establishing a not-for-profit water supplier known as the Illinois Alluvial Regional Water Company. The initiative aims to begin to provide better control over water costs and quality by involving local municipalities. Construction for the new water infrastructure set to begin in 2025. Finally, in the news today, First Mid-America Credit Union and the Alton Police Department have issued a warning regarding a recent surge in scam calls where fraudsters impersonate credit union representatives. These callers may ask for sensitive personal information such as account numbers and login credentials. The credit union stresses that they will never request this information over the phone. As reports of these scams have risen, the credit union has urged members to remain vigilant and report any suspicious calls. If members suspect their account information has been compromised, they are advised to contact the Member Support Center for assistance. And at 9:08, that's what's happening around the Riverbend. Let's take a look at weather, shall we? It's cold. It doesn't feel good outside, but we're going to fake it till we make it today. A high of 21. It feels like, right now, temperatures at 21. It feels like 20. Today, breezy and not as cold, with sun followed by some clouds this afternoon, and tonight, breezy and chance of periods of rain. Air quality right now is ranked at good, which is coming in as 50, and other than that, grass, mold, and ragweed levels, there's nothing to take a look at there. Temperatures reach 37 degrees today. They'll drop down to 33 overnight as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, a high of 42 degrees, a low of 23 with rain all throughout the day. And on Sunday, a chance of snow, a high of 25, a low of 7 degrees. And on Monday, a high of 20, a low of 7. And on Tuesday, another chance of some snow and flurries at times on Tuesday morning and throughout Tuesday evening, a high of 17 and a low of 5. That's a look at the next 5 days. I wish I had better news for you. Here's what's happening now. It's 21 degrees at 9:08 in the heart of the 618, and that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. You can stay up to date in real time all the time on your weather forecast by texting RB to 618-202-4618. That's 618-202-4618 to sign up for instant weather updates, and we'll alert you when those announcements are made. While we have you, let me fill you in on Carver's Barbecue before we take a quick break and dive right into the meat and taters of this show. And speaking of meat, Carver's is the best barbecue place around. Who are you kidding? You know what I'm talking about. Whether or not you're going in for lunch today, maybe next week, maybe you're going right now, you're already starting to get dressed. Well, give them some time. They got to open still. But hey, points there. You want the best barbecue in the area. You want that award-winning barbecue right there at 2716 Groveland Street in Godfrey. And what I think about is so great about Carver's is this. The way they set up their dining area inside is really, really cool. They have the gaming lounge right over to the side, so if you're like me and you want to at least see if you can win your lunch money back, why not take a chance? You go in there, you play your slots, and then all of a sudden you go and have the best brisket in town. Even if you lose, you're winning. You know what I'm saying here? And plus, Easter right around the corner. Don't forget to cater. Why are you cooking? You know, I mean, cooking big meals tends to lead to some very tense domestic relation situations in the kitchen, especially if you're in a big family. We've all been there where there's like 15 people, the oven's on, people are bumping into each other, they want to put their pie in, they want to put their casserole in. It's a nightmare. Have Carver's do it for you. So that way, no one's stressing out, and you can enjoy Easter with your family. And again, that award-winning barbecue. You can find out more by going to carversbbq.com. That's carversbbq.com. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show comes right around the corner, right after we take a look at downtown Alton.
I said, hey, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend is sticking around. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor. OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Will you stay with me?
Welcome back, Daily Show 914. Dr. Kathie Wuellner joined us almost a year ago at this time.
It was. I looked it up.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Well, I'm telling you what, I don't know who gets more love on Riverbender social media than Dr. Kathie Wuellner. I mean, this article came out about the Kids Medical Care Handbook that you've written and self-published, and everyone just kind of dove in and said, this is amazing. How does it feel?
It's a bit overwhelming. I wasn't expecting the kind of response that it got, but it's very gratifying to know that people are appreciating it at this point.
Well, and before we dive into the journey about, how long it took and all of that, what was the reason for even starting the book in the first place?
Basically, just I think as an additional aid to parents, because things always happen to kids in the middle of the night, or when your doctor is out of the office, and not everything has to go to the emergency room or an urgent care, and just so that people can sleep a little more comfortably at night. I wanted to put the book together for information, some guidelines when the parents need to take their child to the emergency room, when they can stay home, what they can do at home until their doctor gets in the next day.
Well, and it's such a good point because I've never been a parent, not yet. I'm still, like I told you, this book's for me because I still probably am a child. But what I think is so important is for first-time parents out there, I'm sure it's nerve-wracking when you see that first illness or you see something that's just obscure, in the middle, and it always happens in the middle of the night or on a Sunday or a weekend, and
indeed,
we have to Google. And then that's where it gets even worse, and then all these problems start, and now we can just take a look at this and realize this is proven, data. This isn't just someone typing it on the internet.
Right. And basically, I wanted to have people avoid going to Google because We spend a lot of time during office visits dispelling what Google said.
I'm telling you what, half of my doctor visit was you telling my no, he's fine. I think we'll be just okay. We don't need antibiotics today. And that's why it was good, though, because it was the honesty and just having that conversation. And now we can at least have a little bit of a jump start before we call the office or make that decision.
Exactly.
So
that was the purpose.
You started about 3 years ago, you said, correct?
Correct.
And off and on, and just was it just because you were just the timing wasn't there to really dive into it, or?
I think so. A lot of things between COVID and office management and lots of things just sort of got in the way periodically. And so this past year I said, okay, we're going to do it. And took a lot of extra weekends and stuff to put it together, but it all came together.
Why? I'd say so. Yeah, but it's just what I think's amazing about this is just the way it looks. Because at first I thought you had a national publisher behind you just because of the way it's presented, the colors on it. I mean, it's really welcoming for a parent, because we've seen those, especially you have those medical books or anything like that. You pick up one page and you're kind of overwhelmed.
Done. Yes. Yeah.
Was that a major point when you were putting this together?
It sure was. Yeah. To make it very simple, there's a lot of bullet points. I hate reading big paragraphs because I get lost in the middle a lot of times. So there's lots of bullet points, very specific details, and then I definitely wanted to include pictures of rashes because those are horrendous.
That's where I just was opening to.
Yeah.
And because that's where I think a lot of the, I don't want to say paranoia, but the fear sets in, because you look at that and you go, is this a spider bite? Is this that? Is this a nasty infection?
Right. Is this measles? Is this chickenpox?
Yeah. So this is just incredible. And what I think, so how did you break this down per issue or per factor?
So it took a while to decide the overall arrangement, but I decided to literally go from head to toe. And so we broke down the body into its different systems. So the head, the ears, the eyes, the throat, and on down.
This is really cool. And now, who helped you? Is it okay if we talk about who helped you do the?
It is.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. So take me through, because it's a beautiful book, and it's, like I said, it's welcoming. Who helped you with the design?
So when our children were growing up, we had a full-time babysitter who was from Italy. She spent a year with us as an au pair. Went home and then decided she liked to live in the United States better, and ended up going to Florissant Valley Community College and got her associate's in art, and then won a scholarship to the Kansas City Art Institute.
Wow.
And got her degree from there. And then she's worked in industrial design since then. This was her first attempt at designing a book.
This is her first attempt?
Yeah.
Oh, she better stay in the business.
Yeah, that's what she's been told.
Well, and I just think this is it's incredible from front to back. And what I think's really unique about this too is it goes so much further than just the typical FAQs that maybe we would come to think about. Just as a non-parent, going, what would you look for? Fever, or the strep throats of the world and things like that.
Right, and part of that. Part of the effort was also to, dispel long-term myths. Like, for example, when people hear the word scarlet fever, not so much anymore, but grandparents still have this bad idea of what scarlet fever is. Mm-hmm. And it's historically, and there's a little quip under strep throat in there as to what scarlet fever really was. All it is a rash that you can get from strep throat. But way back before penicillin was developed, scarlet fever was, quotes, a killer. But they didn't realize that it was really the strep throat infection causing the scarlet fever that actually caused death. And then when penicillin came around, started treating all of the strep throats, and deaths from scarlet fever went away.
Well, and so this is incredible because I keep going through and I'm on that section and I was just, going through it, and you have this note, it seems like, on the back of each section of when is it time to go?
Right.
And so when it comes to that, how do you categorize, when it's time to go? Was it just based on just kind of that set standard that you kind of just observe and that you talk with your patients?
Indeed.
Okay.
And it's pretty standard of care in pediatrics too. It's what one pediatrician to the next pediatrician to the next pediatrician is going to recommend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and, going into just those, dispelling some of those things like scarlet fever and other, I don't want to say wives' tales, but things that were maybe considered a grandiose event.
Indeed.
How many of those do you think people are going to go through this book and go, wow, I didn't realize that. Is there quite a few of those in this?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give me one good one? Scarlet fever's pretty good. That was a good start.
True. Okay. Let me see. So, a lot of parents are going to not like me, but under extremities, where it talks about fractures and things, there's trampoline safety.
Oh.
Like the rules of jumping on a trampoline.
It's right here.
Yeah.
It's a big bulletin board. You will not miss it in this book. Wow. Well, and see, that's a good thing, too, because it's one of those things where if you don't really take a look at it, you don't put it out there, then no one's really going to be able to kind of learn from that. And you're right, no one under 6 should be on a trampoline.
No. So I just wanted to put a bunch of information in a compact little book that was handy, that you can grab off the shelf.
This is so unique, and I mean really unique. And, throughout this, take me through your office staff and everything else that's going on. Were they pretty supportive of this measure?
Well, I kind of kept it a secret.
Did you really?
And I had told a couple of people that this had been my dream thing that I wanted to do a couple of years ago. And then when I got the prototype book back from the publisher, I took it in and said, here's my dream. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
Were they fans?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have a moment to stick around? We'll come back and talk more.
I do.
We'll take a quick break. I'll pay a quick bill. $9.24. A little bit of change. You stay there. We'll stay here. The Kids Medical Care Handbook, written by yours truly, not me, Dr. Kathie Wuellner. She's sitting right across the table. We'll come back with more conversations on this right afterwards.
Get access to care for anyone, anywhere, at any time. No appointments, no waiting rooms, no traveling. OSF on call.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'll be over the edge now in no time at all.
Welcome back, 9:28, a little bit of change. Back in studio with Dr. Kathie Wuellner. And, getting into this, it is, right now I was just telling you, my, grandma got the flu, and there's so many people that are not doing too hot. What are you guys seeing in the office?
A pretty significant amount of influenza in all age groups. Fortunately, we've not had very many children hospitalized due to it, but from what we're hearing, young adults have been hit fairly hard, and some are in the intensive care unit requiring intubation.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And it just amazes me, though, for some people to be that young and you think, healthy body and really just maybe a bad illness for a couple of days to hear that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and now you were talking during the break about this bronchiolitis.
Correct.
Did I say it right?
You did.
I'm winning today. So is that what you're having conversation you think would be most kind of topical right now and permeate for just what's going on?
Specifically for children under 2 and even more so under 1, because bronchiolitis is caused by the respiratory syncytial virus, which is known as RSV. And that can cause very significant illness in infants and children with respiratory distress. We've had probably 10 or 12 of our babies hospitalized due to it this winter. So it's can be a very nasty illness for a lot of younger babies.
So is it one of those things where if you see something or see one of those signs, it's kind of a right away thing, let's go in as soon as we can, or there should be a marinating period?
So in the book, it describes specifically, like if they're just having runny nose and cough symptoms, but their breathing is still at a very normal rate, and they're still feeding well, then it's okay, we can wait at home kind of thing. But if they're not feeding well, if their respiratory rate is above a certain rate, if it looks like they're working hard to breathe, those are things that we need to see them for.
And this says, there's a note here, is while the infant or child is not crying or upset. Because that doesn't, that's a good note to make in that too, because we only look for sometimes the distress signs that are vocalized.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's far better to assess what their breathing rate is and what their heart rate is when they're quiet, because both increase when they get upset.
And now it says, for some of this, what does it mean by when it says antibiotics are not indicated?
So because RSV is a virus, viruses don't respond to antibiotic therapy, only bacteria.
Okay. See, I'm learning so much. I hope you guys are too, and this is what you're taking away from this book. And it's just things like that, especially whenever you get to this kind of cold and flu season, and you start to become almost a helicopter, because you don't want your whole house to get sick, so you start to kind of peek through. This is wonderful. And now also what I find really unique in this book is you have a really unique appendix to this, where it has sections on medicine or on vitals and ways that you can kind of make your own hydration fluid.
Right.
This is cool. How'd you come up with this section? I just got to ask you, what was the thought here?
One, because parents, we get calls from parents concerned about their child's heart rate, and but because children's heart rates are faster than adults, we can reassure them. So it's basically just hopeful reassurance and things that they can look for to say, oh, okay, this is okay. I don't need to worry.
Right.
Kind of stuff.
Well, just like this. I just flipped it to a page in the appendix, and right here, this is a big one. Treating fever and pain with Tylenol. What's the recommended dosage, and what should you be doing with it, or what should you have in your medicine cabinet just for your normal day-to-day
kids usage.
Yeah. This is incredible.
Yeah.
So let's get to this portion of it, because I feel like this is so cool. Is with the hydration, where you're telling people, giving them directions and ingredients to make basically their own Gatorade,
right,
and their own hydration drinks.
Indeed.
That's not just for kids. And I was looking through because we've all had the night where we just kind of need one of those IVs. That helps us. So these kids' books should help adults too, is what I'm kind of getting at. Because like the rash section, and even things like temperature, because I'm a hypochondriac, I think I'm dying half the time if I get a cold. And just things where I could peek through and go, it's okay.
It is. Even in your youthful age.
Yeah. But so that's another big thing too. So if you're going through this, know that there's a couple of things that might be able to even help an adult out if you're kind of in dire straits at 1 or 2 in the morning and can't get in anywhere.
For sure.
I love this. So when it comes to this book too, you wrote about ticks and just some of the things that kids encounter outside. And we talked a little bit about like the wives' tales of scarlet fever, and I was surprised when we were talking about tick bites here, because how many times do we see the tweezers and we light it on fire, and then we're taking a little microscope to make sure the head's off of it and it's not going to grow again.
Right.
Take me through this.
So it's always been said that the head has to be removed when you remove the tick. Well, normally the head very seldom is left behind when you take a tick off.
Yeah.
Very seldom. But if it is, it's really not a big deal. The only thing that leaving the head in can cause is a bit of irritation right at the site.
Okay.
And then over the course of a couple of days, the body rejects it like it would like a little splinter or something.
Well, and that's just things like that where you aren't good, because if you Google that one, that's where you get into some trouble.
Indeed.
That's where you get into some trouble.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I think it's great. And really, on top of all the work that you do with families and your office does, to spend time in really writing this, I'm sure it took, more than the fair share of your normal work hours to get this done.
It did. But I think it'll be, if it helps a few parents, it will be worth it.
Well, I think it definitely will. And now, was there a hard part to this? Was it the how to present it, or was there a difficulty?
I think the real difficulty was probably how to organize it.
Yeah.
And we went through several different ideas before we settled upon this.
I just think this is fantastic.
Yeah. And then I ran it by our daughter, who's a PA, and said, I need this critiqued. What do I need to do? So
well, and just I just open to the appendix, which I just find fascinating, and just going through and respiratory rates. What should the breaths per minute be? Those are already there listed. Temperatures, heart rates, and temperature conversions, just in case we don't know how to get those quick things done.
Exactly.
What's your message to families about this book, and where can we get our hands on it?
So it's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and they're also available at my office. They're $24.99, and
that's not bad at all.
No, wanted to make it quite reasonable, and I'm having a book signing next Friday from 4 to 7, just down the hallway from my office in Medical Building B at Alton Memorial.
Really cool. We'll link that into the article that we write up with.
Great.
What was your favorite section to write about? Because I know that you're very into this, to say the least. Was there one that you were looking forward to talking about the most?
Probably rashes.
Is it because I could see it just because of how many times you've had these conversations in your office?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was definitely one section that was going to be in the book.
Well, and that's what, I think so. This is just what I think is amazing, because I remember when I had my staph infection, and you took one look at it and said, you got to go you got to go get this checked out. That is not good. And without you saying that, seriously, it spread so bad in that 2 days. I had to get it sucked out of my leg and all of that, and it took you 2 minutes to go, do not sit here anymore and get out of here and go.
For sure.
Oh, man. Dr. Wuellner, it's always great talking with you. I hope everything goes well with your book signing. I got to stop by and just get a photo, and we'll have to keep covering this, because this is really great for the local families and anybody around the world that can now buy it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
For sure.
We'll link everything on an article on RiverBender.com. Dr. Wuellner, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. 9:37 is the time on this Friday morning. It's warm out there, 24 degrees. We'll be back after this.
Get access to care for anyone, anywhere, at any time. No appointments, no waiting rooms, no traveling. OSF on call.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Daily Show hitting you in the nose on a Thursday morning. It is the 13th day of February. It's not Friday, so that's good. We're already off to a good start. And really, Grafton is getting some great stuff coming down the pipeline. Fountain Hill opening on March the 1st.
Yes, from 5 to 7.
This is
grand opening 5 to 7. It's Saturday night and open for business on Monday. On Sunday, actually, sorry.
Really cool. And Chuck, how are you doing today?
Real good.
So I told the story. I broke the ice with the audience already. I said I may or may not have texted the wrong phone number to confirm our interview. I texted, and I don't know who it was. I feel bad for the person. They probably think the feds are after them, or something. But we got it here now. And Chuck, this is exciting. Thanks for being a part of it, too.
I appreciate it.
Well, and, Sonny, Santino's was just amazing. When you guys started that, my family came and was a part of the, Easter brunches and buffets and all of these things you were doing for the community. And, I know that, you're moving on to Grafton, but what's it like knowing that, your legacy at Santino's has kept people talking and excited about this next chapter?
Well, first of all, I want to thank the whole community for supporting me and opening the arms for us and loving us in Alton. I don't know how, there is no expression. I don't know how to thank the people of Alton, how good they did for us and how much support I got and how much love I got. And unfortunately, I hate to leave Alton. I don't want to bring it up in cameras right now, but unfortunately, I have to leave. I hate to leave the Alton, but my son needed a job, so my son went and bought the Grafton. So hopefully, I'm going to help him out, and we're going to get things going together. And I'd like to invite everybody for a free buffet 5 to 7, and introduce us and let us know what we did to the building and what changes we made. And hopefully we're going to do the right thing for the Grafton too. And another thing I want to add on it, I did pay a lot of gift cards when I left that I left behind, but I want to make sure to tell the whole community, whatever it is, I paid a big amount to the new guy now that they're using my name and my signature. But anything gets left behind, I told them to stop so they can come and use in Grafton, and I will stand behind it. I want to make sure that everybody knows anything gets with my signature or my family's signature, I want them to come and use it with us and make sure that I stand behind everything I left behind.
This is why we love you, Sonny. This is exactly why we love you. And here, let me pull this microphone in front of you if you could a little bit, just because I just got a text. But, I really think that's such a big reason about why you guys were so successful, because that spot you were in was not an easy location for a lot of restaurants. I mean, that was a place where people were like, man, this is going to be tough. And you guys came in and knocked it out of the park, but it was your approach. I mean, you worked the floor, your son did, everyone did.
The whole family did help me, and I have a lot of good help in there, and most of my help been with me forever, and I respect them. They know that the customer service is very important, and we did a good job. Customer service, good atmosphere, good prices, quality food will bring the people in, and you take care of them, they'll come back.
What do you think, Chuck?
He is just truthful what he says.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first met him, he told me what he'd do for me, and I had a fraternity. I was over at Milliken in Decatur, and when the cook called in sick, I called Sonny because his restaurant was in our same block, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he'd say, a la carte, or do you want me to bring it over? So we'd switch it up. And sometimes he didn't even charge me, I'm telling you.
It's incredible. And see, it's about being a good neighbor and a good community member, too.
Like I say, again, I don't know how to thank the town. Right. I don't know how to thank the community. It's been nothing but the best. I have nothing but good things, and I love them so much, and hopefully they're going to support us there to help us out, and I'll be there for them too.
This is exciting. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, we were just talking about, Sonny mentioned, we'll talk about the grand opening and all the hours and when you have to get there 5 to 7 p.m. But if you have a Santino's gift card that has your signature on it.
My signature or my family's signature, I stand behind it 100%. They can come and use it anytime, which is when I sold the building, the place in Alton, I talked to the guy, make sure that he does not refuse my gift cards, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So, but he saved it all for me, so I went and I paid him back. I paid over $20,000 to him on a gift card that people left behind. So
I got a few
I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I want to take care of business, and I want to be proud of myself, and I want the town to be proud of me that what I did.
So, what led to you, and honestly, that's what I think is really incredible too, and thanks for getting that out there in case anyone's interested in going, man, I did have that. But why the Grafton location? Was it just the interest of the building? Was the public wanting it?
Well, my son is a pilot, as you know.
Oh, okay.
And he has a little difficulties getting jobs right now.
Right.
So I like to put him to work. So while I was working here, before even I sold those, he was looking to buy that place.
Really?
Yes, one of our friends has like a real estate agent, and she showed it to us, and then he kind of liked it. He saw the town, he went around, he liked it. He drove around with his friends one day, and he liked the place, and I want to put him to work. Simple as that. I want to put him to work. He's got to start making money for himself and his family.
Well, now this is the old Fin Inn, correct?
Right. This is the old Fin Inn that we bought now, yes.
Yeah. And now are you keeping the fish tanks?
I am going to keep half of them.
Really cool.
Yes. A lot of people have good memories in there, and I want to maintain the memories. But I don't want to overdo it because I'm going to make a joke now. A lot of people come and say when it was Fin Inn, a lot of people loved it. But a lot of people say it was creepy when the fish were looking at them when they're eating the fish.
I always felt that way at Red Lobster, when those things were looking at me.
But again, I kept, because I have a good comments from people, I kept half of them in the dining room and some of them in the bar area.
Really cool.
Just for people to have memories that they've been there before and stuff like that. But if they request more, I can always make more there. They're there.
Yeah.
But what he told me was, I'm putting pretty fish in there.
What type of
We're
fish?
going to put ocean fish, like a color fish, and a very
salt
nice,
water?
Well, salt water, but the water is not salty inside. But obviously, they can survive in water like that with chemicals and everything. The guy from Jerseyville, he's a very good kid. He's working with me, and he's making the fishes. That's what he does for a living.
There was a fish. I used to be a fish connoisseur for about a month and a half, and I realized I am not good with fish personally. I just couldn't get the water right. But I went to the store, and I'm telling you, they fed this fish hot dogs, and it had these teeth. It wasn't a piranha. It was. Imagine having one of those floating in your tank. You know, that could be you could be dinner.
Yeah, I'm not very good at maintaining them, but I like watching them.
That's exactly right. Well, and when a push comes to shove, on March the 1st, you're open 5 to 7, correct?
5 to 7, but I'm going to invite the whole community of Alton if they would like to come, and I will open 4 o'clock for you guys. So 1 hour before, so make sure I feed everybody that day.
And then he's going back to the buffet on Sunday.
back to the buffet regular days on Sunday for regular business.
This is brunch. This is so cool. And now brunch price. What's brunch price?
Brunch price is going to be $12.99 per kid.
This is so cool.
Includes everything: soft drinks, desserts, everything.
Drinks too?
Yes.
Oh, you're making every parent happy, right?
I'm very blessed.
Well, was there any hesitation about doing this again or anything?
Not really. I take a little break, and I had a good time for 6 months.
Yeah.
Over 6 months, and I'm like workaholic, and I like to get back to work, and I'm not rich yet to retire, so I gotta go back to work. Fortunately, I gotta make a paycheck, pay my bills. So I enjoyed every bit working with people and talking to people, meeting new people.
Love this, and it really and I think that's what really shone through, because I mean, like I told you, Chuck, in our interview, we had 14,000 people that tuned in and watched that, and it's just people really did enjoy hearing from you, and it's because of that. My parents said the same thing the first time they went into your place. It was like, man, this guy's awesome,
And again, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. I feel terribly bad. I did sign the lease, like I told you last time I was here at Santino's, but unfortunately, I had to do what I had to do.
Well, and honestly, there's no sense in hashing that out today because there's a lot of good things coming down the pipeline.
I know, but it bothers me because I like to take care of my people.
Well,
I don't like to walk away from people that love me and support me and open the arms for me.
Since I've known him so long, I'd always ask him, "You're staying here, right? You're not leaving me. You're not leaving me." He goes, "No, I got my roots." And then when he sold his property in Decatur, he goes, "This is the only place I got."
Yeah.
But with that, he's the type of person that he knows a lot. He's very friendly. He gets to know a lot of people. Just a little side thing here. He had some mental, medical problems.
Not mental.
Medical.
Medical.
I have
not mental.
I have those.
And I sometimes have memory loss. But I took him to the BJC out in Godfrey, and I picked him up, took him in. He went to the counter, sat down. This woman was my neighbor where he bought a house at. And then as he's checking in, the nurse, she comes to my restaurant. And then when he comes back out, he goes, "The person took my blood. She loves my restaurant." And I went, "You know more people than I know in Godfrey."
Well, and see, that's a good, and you're right about that because people were kind of, I think, going, "Man, it's
bummer.
It's
bummer. It bothers me, and I have a lot of people call me in a personal phone. I give them my Facebook or whatever, and it's not what I wanted to do. Let's put it that way. It was not my call.
Yeah,
I had no other choice.
But he does have an eye open for Alton too. I think.
Well, and that's good. Good teaser.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's a good clarifier because what folks don't know, and this is why I kind of started the show too, and we talk about the things in hindsight after they happen, but for all the smiles and all the fun that we have when the business is in operation, from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, whatever business is open for, you don't see all the BS that kind of goes on in the back end where you're just trying to get things done.
And
and it's good to kind of touch on that without divulging into it, Sonny.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly. I just briefly want to let people know it has nothing to do with the town. It has nothing to do with me.
You have a moment to take a quick break with me?
Yeah.
I got to pay a bill.
Okay.
10:43, and we'll come back. We'll talk about the grand opening. You guys in Grafton are blessed, and now for all of us in Alton, we have another reason to get to Grafton. Oh, also, Grafton for Lovers this week, and make sure you stop by and see all the Grafton Chamber of Commerce businesses and all that good stuff as well. 10:43, more conversation comes our way next with now Fountain Hill, open March the 1st.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good. Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Living in LA with my best old ex-friend Ray. Gosh, she said she knew well and sometimes hated. But isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that.
1047, welcome back. Daily Show hitting you on the nose. 13th day of February. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And on March the 1st, I mean, maybe you can rain check a Valentine's Day dinner for March the 1st, you know, or maybe even...
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Well, I buried the lead, as always. I'm pretty good at this, Chuck. I bury the lead a lot. 5 to 7 on March the 1st. This is what I think's cool. FREE. That is spelling free for X Santino and customers and the folks that have loved you all these years.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to invite, like I said again, I'm going to invite everybody. And I think I'm going to open for 1 hour earlier. So I'm going to open for the Alton area to come 1 hour early. So around 4 o'clock. And the village. And for everybody else will be after 4 o'clock. So which is 5 to 7. It's going to be free buffet for everybody. Come and join me. And thank you for all this year that supported Santinos. And thank you for being right by us. And I'm going to acknowledge you to always support Santinos because the guy is a very nice guy. And hopefully he's going to do the right thing and the right stuff for you guys. So
really cool.
I will support Santinos to the day I die because you guys were there, everybody was there, and I just want you guys to know that part of me is Santinos.
That is so cool, man. And it's just... Yeah. It shows truly, though, what it takes to be because some people just think being a business owner, Sonny, or being somebody in the community is just putting your name on something. It makes me emotional. Yeah, but you lived it. I mean, from all the stuff you did, and I'm not trying to patronize you, but, you know, you gave lunches to so many people and you dropped things off. You were you lived this community.
Ask him how, Sonny, tell the story how you got to the United States.
Well,
what age?
Is it?
I got 17 when I was here. 17 years old. I got here...
In Chicago?
Yeah, I got here when I was 17 years old. I had a visa. I had nobody here, and I had to survive for myself. I hardly speak English. Not that I speak any better now. But at the time, I didn't speak nothing.
Wow.
So I work as a dishwasher. I started in Olive Garden, then I work in a baker's care, then I work in a nice Italian restaurant. It's called Silviano's for 6 months, and then I decided I cannot wash dishes no more because I would never learn in English. I cannot talk to the dishes.
Right.
So I came up front. I had no money to pay for school, so I had to learn by talking to people, and it was not easy, but I wanted to be entrepreneur. It's like, I'm going to say this word like John F. Kennedy said.
Yeah.
It's not what the country does for you. What can you do for the country? And I've been here for 35 years, over 35 years. I had a lot of businesses. I employed a lot of people. I worked through a lot of towns. I respect them. I love them. And I'll do anything I can to take care of the United States.
And see, this is what I just find incredible because so many times, and I just had a recent interview on with a gentleman that does a lot of the consultations and stuff for financial firms that are bigger, and he tells people all the time the same thing you did. It's not what we're going to give to you, it's what you're going to be able to give for the greater good, and really just live it. The American dream's not dead if you work for it.
Exactly. I'm going to tell the new generation, including my kids, if you want to become somebody in the United States, this is the land of the opportunity. You got to wake up, put your mind to it, work hard, you will achieve it.
And it's
the only way to make it go. No other way. No crap. No nonsense. Get up. Put your mind together. Go to work. And if you don't make $100 a day, you're gonna make $10 a day. You don't lose $20, but you're making $10.
Yeah.
By sitting home, you staying home, wasting $20 because you got to eat.
Exactly. You just hit it on the head. And I'm not to go back and rehash the emotional side of this, Sonny, but this is why, I always talk about, because I did professional wrestling and went to Austin and all these places. I got to do some fun stuff already. And we talked about, the big thing is you had to give a speech on what made your hometown special. I didn't have to say nothing because it's people seriously like you that are, not just your business that's selling and serving great food, but it's the fact that you literally love this place.
I do enjoy it. I want to make it work, and I refuse to lose. Let's put it.
I love it, man. This is why we love you.
Yeah,
and
I refuse to lose, and I like to take care of my people.
And see, it just shows through every time. And now, I think that's why so many people just are following you over and saying, we're ready for Fountain Hill. What was up with the name on Fountain Hill?
Well, Fountain Hill becoming my idea name because I built a nice fountain in front of the building.
Oh, okay.
And the building gets on a hill. So I put two together, Fountain Hill.
That's cool. It's elegant, too.
Yes,
I like it. Very simple, elegant.
And it's a little steakhouse. I believe Grafton has a lot of good restaurants.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of fast food restaurants.
True.
Like bar and grills and stuff like that. And I wanted to bring something nice for Grafton and for the community. And hopefully it's going to work out, and I'm going to do the right thing for everybody.
What's your menu going to be like?
It's going to be steaks, pastas, seafood, mostly steak and seafood house.
Really cool.
But we're going to have a lot of chicken, a lot of pasta, specials every day, different and stuff like that. So
I love this.
And
it's going to be good.
Great desserts.
Of course, desserts. Don't forget, we have the Cheesecake Lady, homemade desserts.
Oh, she's the best,
yes,
isn't she?
Homemade desserts.
Oh, man. And see, it's things like that, too, where, having the Cheesecake Lady and honestly, that partner, bringing her on and all.
She is wonderful. A good kid, and she needs the support she can have. So hopefully everybody's going to listen to this and go back to her and support her. And it's a small business, so hopefully help her out.
I'll tell you this right now. We had Thanksgiving, and my mom got a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Lady. You do not want to go near my dad when that thing is in the kitchen. I'm telling you. That almost ended up being an ID channel thing. We were on almost a murder mystery. Don't touch it. It's mine. But, the 1st of March is a Saturday. I have figured that out after saying Friday 85,000 times during the commercial break. But Saturday, March the 1st, 5 to 7 p.m.
4 for everybody for Alton area.
Yes. 4 for the Altonians.
Altonians, I like that. Altonians.
5 to 7 for everybody else. And then the brunch, Sunday.
Sunday brunch, we're going to have from 11 to 2. We're going to have a lot of items in there, like over 20 items, like normal. And then it's going to be $12.99, includes soft drink, desserts, and $9.99 for kids.
Who eats that well with that price?
Exactly.
You go to McDonald's, that's a Big Mac.
That's the name of the game. You take care of the people, people take care of you.
That's right. And Sonny, anything else before we say goodbye for now?
I just want to thank you, everybody, and thank you for inviting us in your studio here today. It was very kind and very nice, and I want to see you face the day before everybody there, so you can enjoy it and have a good time on me. And hopefully we're going to do the right thing for everybody. Please come, just be part of us and join us. And I'm going to let you know one more time that I love you, I respect you, and thank you very much for supporting us for all these years. And hopefully we can do it again.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
for your
so
time.
much. No, seriously, thank you. You're welcome back anytime, too. Any other events, brunches you want to promote, the floor is yours.
You made my day.
We're excited. We're back with Fountain Hill and Grafton, March the 1st. 4 o'clock is for all you Altonians, 5 to 7 for the rest in that Sunday brunch to follow, plus open after that for you guys to come in and enjoy. A quick break, more Daily Show as we wrap up Thursday morning next.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good. Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Just where I stand, another serenader and another long-haired band. Today I am your champion. I may have won your hearts, but I know the game and you forget my name. I won't be here in another year if I don't stay on the charts.
Welcome back. 10:07 Daily Show hitting you on this Friday morning, Valentine's Day. You know, I just never was into that. Even when I, had a dating life, it's never for me. It's like, why celebrate one day, if we just treat each other right all day. Anyway, hey, have fun today. Grafton for Lovers. It's going to be all weekend long. Make sure that you go out to Grafton and pick up some good old eats and have a good old time. Plus, the RiverBender.com Weekend Go Guide full of Valentine activities for you, your family, your loved one to go out and be a part of. At 10:08, top of the hour news now. Glenn Carbon is set to enter a 10-year agreement with Ampion PBC to subscribe to its electrical accounts to a community solar array. Now, this initiative aims to offset a portion of the village's electricity costs through solar credits from a nearby solar farm. Here's more to this. The village will not build its own solar facility, but instead will be assigned to an existing or soon to be existing community solar array. Good Energy estimates that this subscription will save Glenn Carbon approximately $40,000 annually, equating to about 10% of its electric bills. The agreement can automatically renew for additional terms unless it's terminated by the village. We'll keep you updated as more details on this do roll out. Man, my phone's busy today. Also, in the news today, Chris Rhodes was busy last night. He was on the scene as a structure fire engulfed a vacant home. Let's take a look at this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this. This is Chris Rhodes last night on the scene. As you can see there, those firefighters were actively working to get that blaze under control. Chris Rhodes reporting last night that vacant home was engulfed in Pontoon Beach, and firefighters from Long Lake and Mitchell fire departments did respond to the structure fire on Queensbury Court late last night. The Pontoon Beach Police Department arrived first, reporting the house fully engulfed in those flames. Firefighters quickly worked to bring the blaze under control. While the primary structure suffered extensive damage, the neighboring house experienced damage to its siding and window due to the intense heat. Fortunately, no Fortunately, initial assessments indicate the fire did occur in that vacant home, and there were no injuries reported. The cause of the fire, currently under investigation. We will keep you updated if more details on this do roll out. Also in the news this morning, the National Great Rivers Museum is set to host its 4th annual Ice Jam at the Dam event on Saturday, February the 15th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This free event will feature meet and greets, dam tours of the dam, and s'mores, aimed at promoting winter recreation and conservation. Attendees can explore educational booths and enjoy live music, food trucks, and bonfires for roasting marshmallows. Kids are encouraged to complete polar passes for prizes with no ticket costs. The museum hopes to welcome a diverse crowd, ensuring accessibility for all. You can join in on that fun-filled day at the museum tomorrow, which will go on. A lot of those events are inside for tomorrow just due to that inclement weather that they're forecasting. Also in the news today, this was the biggest story on Riverbender yesterday. The Alton Committee of the Whole set to consider a significant housing development project estimated at $27 million during their upcoming meeting. Alderman David Gann introduced the proposal at a recent city council meeting, stating the development company, McCormack, Barron Salazar, aims to invest in the construction of 70 mixed-income housing units. Planned amenities include an elevator, rooftop access, and outdoor facilities. Gann's resolution seeks to authorize negotiations with the developer, and the committee will review this proposal on February the 24th in 10 days at 6 p.m. The meeting broadcasts live here on RiverBender.com. Let's take a look at weather. It's cold. There's no fun to this day. It's 25 degrees and it feels like 25 out there today. Breezy and not as cold as yesterday, but, it's still cold, with sun followed by clouds. Kind of a boring note. And tonight we will get periods of rain, and it will be breezy later on this evening. Temperatures will only reach 37 degrees today, drop down to 32 overnight as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, a high of 42, a low of 25 degrees, and on Sunday, partly sunny skies, a chance of more snow and flurries, a high of 26, a low of 9. On Monday, a high of 20. A low of 7 degrees, and on Tuesday, this is not going to be fun. A high of only 12 degrees on Tuesday, and a low of 2 with snow predicted throughout the day. And with it being that cold, well, probably going to stick. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now in the heart of the 618. It's 10:13. It's 25. It feels like 25. Time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back Rehab. Recover and return. Hold on, I got to pull up a website. And return home. Alrighty, while I have you, let me fill you in on a brand new sponsor of our daily show. So excited to have Deb Ross and Absolute Healthcare. Your cause is their care. I mean, it says it right there on the website. I don't need to read that for you. She's the best. I mean, Deb Ross and her team are just phenomenal. And they've touched so many lives across the 618 and across the Riverbend region. If you're looking for a place like Absolute Healthcare where they go beyond the basics. Their skilled nursing team provides everything from wound care and medication management to even diabetic care and IV therapy, all in the comfort of your home or your loved one's home. With physician-directed services and 24/7 availability, you get top-quality medical care without the hospital stay. I mean, we all want to be in our own homes, don't we? You can call 618-466-1010. That's 618-466-1010, and you can learn more. If you're, in that kind of crossroads, I mean, let's be honest, caring for a loved one, it's a full-time job, and sometimes you just need a break. There's nothing wrong with that. We get it. Trust me. That's why Absolute Healthcare Services, that's why they come into play. They're Care services provide that temporary relief for family caregivers so you can recharge while knowing that your loved one is in the top-notch care that they deserve and they're in great hands, whether it's for a few hours or maybe, hey, you need a couple of days of a vacation for a few days. They're compassionate caregivers. Let me tell you about this. They're there when you need them the most. And to me, that's the priceless value of an Absolute Healthcare. You can, again, call 618-466-1010. That's 618-466-1010. And visit ahcsllc.com. That's ahcsllc. I need to get glasses. LLC.com. Don't forget to tell Deb that CJ sent you over to start your journey with her today. Take a break. Downtown Alton, commercial, more Daily Show. In that order. Next.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing? We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show on this Thursday morning. You know, the Super Bowl is right around the corner, and a lot of us are getting ready to make our plans for our families to get together, our friends to come together. But one thing that we somewhat take for granted, and we all too much do, is safety and getting home. And each and every time we talk about events, holidays, just like the Super Bowl and celebrations, there's always that statistic on impaired driving and what it does to families and the wrecks and the statistics that are there. Sheila Lockwood is with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, a national ambassador, and joins us now via Zoom. Sheila, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and thank you for talking about this very important subject.
Well, and Sheila, before we dive into this conversation as a whole, for our audience, could you give us your story, if you could, just to familiarize yourself with our region?
Absolutely. So I I became a MAD National Ambassador last January when they started the Ambassador Program. It's 100% volunteer. I became involved with MAD in 2018. My oldest son, Austin, was murdered by a drunk driver on June 10th of 2018. Since that time, obviously, my life was turned upside down. And I realized how important this is and how there's not enough information out, how the laws aren't quite fitting for the crime of drunk driving. It is a preventable crime that it's 100% preventable. And we all need to do our part in order to, end this preventable crime.
100%. And really quick, Sheila, I'm so sorry to hear that happened to you, but really inspirational to know that you're using your son's life to really tell his story and share it with others and help hopefully other families. And you're right, there is zero tolerance as far as we're concerned for drunk driving. You make that choice whether you're impaired from alcohol or any other impairing device. And Sheila, since your time joining the organization as a national ambassador, take me through some of the work that you've been able to do and some of the faces and families that you've been able to meet.
Absolutely. So locally, I have been able to get a law changed in Illinois that it is no longer considered an accident. It is a crash. So all statutory documentation in the state of Illinois now refers to these types of incidents or crashes as a crash. They are not an accident. An accident means that it was an oops. It is preventable, and therefore it should be deemed that way. And it is a crash. In Wisconsin, I was able to be a part of getting a couple laws put into place. One of them, when my son was murdered, it was said that he should get, the person that took his life should get 10 years probation. There was no minimum for homicide, OWI, and that's what Wisconsin calls it, OWI. And so I was able to help get that law changed, and now it's a minimum of 5 years. So now if you take a life in the state of Wisconsin, you are looking at a minimum of being behind bars, which when Austin was taken from me, I was absolutely devastated that this person might just take my son away from me and walk freely. Another law in Wisconsin was also putting a minimum jail sentence or prison sentence after your 5th or 6th OWI, which is absolutely ridiculous that you get that many in the first place. But now there's 18 months behind bars. And then most importantly, MAD across the nation worked very hard with the Abbas family on the HALT Act. And that we were able to get put in, signed by President Biden, that all new vehicles should have technology on them to stop impaired drivers. And what it is, it's technology that will allow the car to start, but it won't allow it to move. So if it detects that the driver is impaired, the car won't move. So now we're not looking at punishment after the fact, we're looking at preventing, and that is most key in this terrible war we've got against drunk driving.
100% over. And time after time, you have these weekends where, we promote the celebration of really, alcohol induced times with our friends and family. We do it every major holiday. We're always seeing the wine, the beer, the spirit promotions. And, time after time, there's not really that disclaimer on there where it says call an Uber. There's some type of, smoking kills scenario that's on the back of that drunk drive or the drinking ads. And what I think so important is, and I'm sure Sheila, you know so much more about this, is the fact that if you can prevent one, you're not just preventing one person, you're preventing tens and 20 and hundreds of people from going through the most tragic experience of their lifetime.
Absolutely. And it's not an experience, it's an every single day. So while that happened one time, I've had to live every single day since that. About 2,500 days without my son.
And
every single day 37 people are taken away from their loved ones from this preventable crime. And now we've been watching the news about that plane crash in Washington, D.C. That is horrific. But if you think about it, every 2 days, statistically, there's more people taken from drunk drivers that plane crash took. This is something that we should be looking at and putting names and faces to these crashes, because it's preventable and it's devastating so many lives. My life will never, ever be the same. Everything that I had thought about for my future was ruined and taken away, because my future, it included my son.
Right. Well, and Sheila, you know, there's so many families around here locally here in just the Alton, you know, Madison County area that, you know, unfortunately, we have to report on going through so many similar circumstances. And the one that always hits close to all of us is the loss of a little girl at 2 years old that was, you know, walking just, you know, in her yard, and an impaired driver murdered her. And, you know, and just like you said, these sentences are way too short. There's not enough accountability. And what you guys are doing to raise awareness and raise these laws and statutes up are so important. But what's also important are these campaigns that you're doing and finding ways to team up with folks and raise more awareness during these drinking holidays. And I know that we're limited on time, so I wanted to dive into this Take a Minute, Make a Plan campaign, because it is so important.
Absolutely. We know that when people are preparing for special events like the Super Bowl, it's a big day. They're thinking about what they're going to wear, what they're going to serve at their home for food and beverages, or where they're going to go, if they're going to tailgate, you know, if they're getting tickets, whatever they're doing. But part of the planning should be, how are you getting there and how are you going to get a safe ride home? And if you're hosting a Super Bowl party, make sure that your guests do not leave impaired. Make sure that you've got designated drivers. You provide them a place to stay if you've got that luxury, or that they just have a safe ride home, Uber, Lyft, whatever it is. Be a good host and make sure that nobody ever leaves your party and doesn't make it home safely.
Well, and on top of that too, Sheila, you know, Uber and Lyft a lot of times give out credits through a lot of these campaigns where you can even get, you know, not maybe a free ride, but a $10 off or $15. That's basically the entire Uber ride for a lot of towns to get back home and get your car the next day. You know, and the thing that always stuck home to me was it's just the fact that people still in this day and age with all this technology and all these apps, why are we taking a chance? I mean, that's what doesn't register to my generation. And for me, it's like, what are we doing here, folks? I mean, why are we putting all these people's lives in risk? And, you know, throughout the year, I know that all of you at Mothers Against Drunk Driving do your part to raise awareness. And if you could, take me through some of the things that we can keep our eyes out for in the next couple of months or throughout the year of what Mothers Against Drunk Driving has plans for in terms of maybe a national effort and anything regional as well.
Okay, well, anytime you want to know anything, go out to mad.org. Mm-hmm. We've got all of the information out there. We've got a helpline if that is needed. We have walks in many, many communities in all the states across the United States. So if you want to participate in a meaningful day out, they're usually in the nicer weather. I know ours in Illinois is around the October timeframe. You can donate. There are different vigils that we have, and we are always talking before different holidays. You will hear us before Christmas, before Thanksgiving, before New Year's. We're talking to you now before the Super Bowl. You know, we've got St. Patrick's Day is also a big day that people, you know, want to go out and celebrate. So, you know, we do try to make our presence known and try to urge people to, if you're going to go celebrate, be safe, get a safe ride home.
Absolutely. And Sheila, before we let you go, is there any final message you have to the St. Louis Metro East region and to the RiverBender.com audience today?
No, just thank you so much for having me, and whatever you do this Sunday as you're celebrating and watching the game, make sure that you get a safe ride home.
Absolutely. Sheila Lockwood, a national ambassador for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You can find out more about the Take a Minute, Make a Plan campaign on the Mothers Against Drunk Driving website. We'll link everything on a write-up on RiverBender.com ahead of time. Sheila, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show comes up right around the corner right after this.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Daily Show hitting you in the nose. 10:33, a little bit of change. It's been a while, Jodi. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, hanging in there. You know, Valentine's Day, and we're just getting through it down here, you know?
Yeah, just getting through it.
How's everything going at Hope?
It's going great. It's going great. We've been really busy. Lots of people to serve, and kind of expanding our services too to make sure that we're getting the biggest impact as possible.
Well, and on top of that too, we have Glow Bingo that's set for the 20th, which is just in 6 days, where folks can come in and really be a part of this overall mission of what Hope does throughout the region, and really fill me in on that too, because it's been a while.
Yeah. We started having our Globe Bingo event in Edwardsville a few years ago, and it's a great way to kind of get out in that community. We have several programs in the Edwardsville community in Glen Carbon. We've got our autism clinics. We have our Hope Learning Academy as well, and really just trying to kind of expand our footprint in that area. And it's a really great area. We love being a part of the community. Everyone there is so great.
Well, and since we talked last too, fill me in on the growth, if you could, in that area, and just some of the things you've been able to accomplish in the last calendar year.
Sure. Yeah. We started our school down there a couple years ago, but we have since expanded to high school too.
Wow.
So we serve individuals who are, kindergarten-ish age to 8th grade. And then also we have a separate school for high school age students as well, who, have developmental disabilities. We have several autism clinics also in the area, and those are serving primarily preschool age kiddos with an autism diagnosis.
Wow. Well, and really just for the folks in the region to know that throughout the course of a young life, you guys have them covered no matter what that situation could be. And I think that's so important to know going into Glow Bingo, which you guys really have made such a fun event. I mean, last year we were talking about it. We saw the videos, and it was just so unique to see so many people having fun for a great cause.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anytime we can get people together to celebrate our mission, we are all for it. But a lot of the events that we do are a lot of fun. Globe Bingo is no exception. It's a really great event. I'd never played Globe Bingo before up until a few years ago. And so it's a different experience. If you've never done it, you come in, everything's like got black lights, everything does glow in the dark. But it's a lot of fun. There's lots of music. It's very high energy, lots of chances to win other prizes too, aside from just the regular bingo. And people bring snacks in, everyone just kind of comes with like a team, and it's a really, really great time.
And are tickets still available?
Yes, tickets are available. They are $25 in advance, and they will be $30 at the door. You can check out our website, hope.us, for links to purchase those tickets.
On top of that, too, I'm nosy, Jodi. What type of prizes am I going to win?
They're cash prizes. So we'll do, every round someone will get a cash prize. And then in addition to that, we'll do things like heads and tails and a 50-50. So lots of other opportunities too, if you're maybe not quite hitting all those bingos.
So basically,
prizes.
We can pay off our Valentine's Day spend by going to Hope Bingo and winning big.
I hope so, yes.
Well, and I'm sure for your guys' staff and for the volunteers and the folks that are a part of Hope as a whole, it's got to be a great night to come together and let the hair down a little bit too and kind of enjoy your mission.
Absolutely. Like I said, we love to have fun here. We do very, very important work, but we have fun while we're doing it. Yeah. And events like this are really a great way for us to showcase that and let our staff, like you said, let their hair down a little bit, have some fun. We don't make them, do too many things outside of that. But it is a really great time. It's a really great time for everyone to come together and just really support our mission and feel like they're part of it too.
Well, and, on top of that, I think it's so important to really, realize that you guys are always evolving too. And this is just something I picked up from your website. I mean, and just, social media and things that you all are doing leading up to the interview is that you're actively advocating not just for one region, you're advocating for the entirety of a population.
Yes. Yeah, we do. That is a big part of our mission. We consider ourselves the best advocates for the individuals we serve, aside from them and their families too. Right. But we do everything from just trying to make sure that our mission of inclusion is out there, making sure that, everyone understands that even if an individual has a developmental disability, that doesn't mean that they can't be, a really great member of the community. Yeah. We have lots of vocational programs as well, in addition to education.
Well, and it ties in, Jodi, there was a couple of times we've had like a Challenge Unlimited on our show where, their goal is to provide employment opportunities for folks that that have developmental disabilities, such as autism or you name it, and I think it's very important for folks to know that, with advocates like you, organizations like Hope and other foundations, it's not just a quality of life, it's a true life that's being lived when there should be no barrier anyway.
Correct. And that really is the end goal for us. No matter when a person comes to us for services, our end goal is that they are going to have a better outcome in their life. Whether they start with us when they're preschool age and maybe they are nonverbal, we will give them the ability to communicate, right? But we're never taking away that core center of who they are as a person. Like we celebrate their differences and we celebrate who they are. We just give them some tools to help them, a little bit further in their lives.
Just incredible. And if you're just tuning in, coming down the pipeline in just 6 days, the 20th of February, where are we having this at, Jodi?
This is going to be at the Moose Lodge, which is at 7371 Marine Road in Edwardsville. Doors open at 5. The bingo starts at 6, so you have plenty of time to get there, get checked in, get ready to go. Like I said, they're $25 in advance. We do have a student option too, which is a $20 ticket.
Wow.
And $30 at the door, and then $25 for students at the door too.
This is cool. Now, you've been around the Glow Bingo horn a couple of times now, so I got to ask you, is there like some talented bingo players that come to this? Because I don't want to get intimidated,
Yeah. Just like everything else we do, I think bingo is open for everybody. But I will say there are people who come who they love bingo and they love Glow Bingo, so they are seasoned professionals.
They bring out the little trolls and put them on the table, and they're
yes. all of their trinkets and their tchotchkes that bring
Well, this is just fantastic. It's a great opportunity for the public to come together and this is really what it is. It's all about fun. Now, last year, who was doing the Glow Bingo for you? Who provides the entertainment? I remember we talked about it a little bit Who's doing that again this year?
Yeah, we contract with a company who comes out and does everything. And the hosts it's a family run business, but they're fantastic. I don't know, they do this multiple times a week. The pure thought of it makes me want to just take a nap, but they find some energy way down deep inside of them and they just turn it on. They dress up. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Do you have a moment to stick around through a commercial break? I don't do Zoom breaks very much, but I got to take one last break and I think we have more to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. We'll come back with more of Hope and their Glow Bingo that's set for the 20th at the Edwardsville Moose Lodge. Big venue, by the way, at the Edwardsville Moose Lodge. A lot of people can go in there. We'll take a quick break. Jodi will come back with us right after this on RiverBender.com.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I didn't hit skip. I didn't skip any break. I don't want to hear it from nobody. Welcome back, Daily. Welcome back, Daily Show, hitting you in the nose on this 14th day of February. It's Valentine's Day. Back with Jodi. I did not skip that last one. I didn't do it.
I didn't see anything.
Getting back into this Hope Glow Bingo, which is set for the 20th. Is the 20th a Saturday or a Friday? I am getting my days soaked.
It's a Thursday.
Oh, well, that helps. Oh, man. So Thursday, February, I don't have my calendar in front of me for my listeners that like to take shots at me. But 2:20 is a Thursday. What time does it start again?
Doors open at 5. Bingo starts at 6, and it will go on for a few hours after that.
Really cool. And now, if we're a little bit late, is it one of those that if we're late we kind of miss out, or do we need to get there before call time? You think?
I would get there before 6, just so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay. If you're worried about that, but we don't turn anyone away, so you can come whenever, and we'll accept you.
And now, I know it's individual tickets, but can folks come with a group of friends and sit next to each other while they're playing?
Yes, absolutely. And we actually see that quite a bit.
Okay.
People will come in a group of friends, or, it's all individual play. So you're not really playing as a team, but people come and reserve whole tables. We have lots of space for everybody, lots of space to spread out to. But yeah, it's a big group activity I think people like to do.
And if, someone because flu's running around like crazy right now down here, if someone gets sick and they maybe miss out on it, can they still support Hope, outside of Glow Bingo?
Yes. Yes, we have donation links on our website as well, but we have lots of other events that we do too, and we're hoping to do maybe another event in the springtime in Edwardsville. That's a like more of an outdoorsy, festival where people can come. So there's always ways to support Hope. We are open to anything that anybody would like to do.
That's so cool. And I think it's great that you guys always try to make it a point to be reactive to the community and what folks are kind of interested in as well. And, going back to the kind of first portion of this interview, just take us through one more time, just, kind of what this night means in terms of funding, all of that good stuff, just some of what this night will go towards.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, we've been growing into these other locations. So anytime we do an event in a specific location, the proceeds from that event will stay in that community.
Wow.
So we do lots of events in Springfield, where we're headquarters, Springfield, Illinois. But these will go directly to the clinics and the schools that we have in the Edwardsville community. And so we are a nonprofit. A lot of our funds that we raised, we need them desperately for extra services that we provide to the kiddos that we serve and our clients. So, a lot of our services just are the money we get goes right back into the services, but this will go towards extra things like any kind of technology that our kids need, any sensory equipment that they need. If anyone needs any extra clothing for anything, or, arts and craft supplies, or anything that's going to kind of help us to further that therapeutic goal that we have.
Well, and it's really, really important. And I wanted to go back to it because just that portion of loan of, whatever you raise in that specific community stays within that specific community, because that is a concern of sometimes of folks, because they do want to invest local, and they are with Hope.
Yeah. And I think, it's something that we really try to communicate, especially as we've grown some more. And that's why we try to have these events in these different locations too, because we very much appreciate being parts of communities like Edwardsville, where everyone is so welcoming of us and they're so helpful. And, we've really met some great people there, and we have some great partnerships. And so we want to just make sure that everyone knows that this is serving the kids that we serve in that community specifically.
It's so vitally important. And, Jodi, going forward, is there anything else coming down the pipeline in terms of programming or in terms of things you're looking to add on in 2025?
Yes, actually, we will be opening a diagnostic center in the Metro East area coming up soon.
You buried the headline. That's big news. Where's that going to be at? Where's it going to be at?
That's going to be kind of serving that Metro East St. Louis area. We are going to open that in hopefully the spring, summer. And we know just from the work we do that getting diagnosis for autism is there's huge wait lists involved.
Yeah.
And so we're hopeful that this will kind of help fill some of this need that we have in that area. Rather than waiting 6, 12, 18 months for a diagnosis, we're hopeful that we can start to get individuals in sooner to be diagnosed, and then they can start their therapy.
That's what I was going to ask. How important is that, quicker process time? Because I can only imagine that adds on sometimes up to a year of getting started.
Yeah, it's super, super important. Studies have shown that if a child is diagnosed with autism when they're, around 2 years, 2 to 3 years old, if they can start services immediately, the outcome for them in their life is so much improved that it's really kind of astounding. We have a lot of kids in our clinics who they will start services around the preschool age, and then they're able to kind of graduate our program and go into a peer setting in kindergarten, where they don't really need to go to special schools. They can go right where their peers are.
That's huge. I mean, that's priceless. I mean, that alone is priceless, because I can only imagine how being integrated into the full classroom environment could be for any individual.
Yeah. I think there's better outcomes, not only for those clients that we serve, but also for the kids who are in their school settings too. Because again, that's an inclusion moment where we want to make sure that we're kind of wrapping ourselves around and wrapping the community around these individuals and making sure that they are part of the community too.
Are you looking to add more to your Metro East team? Is there a way folks can reach out to volunteer, be a part of what y'all are about?
Yes. We're always looking to add to our team. All job information is posted on our website at hope.us. We have an employment tab right at the top, and you can see all of our current up-to-date job postings there.
Really cool. And now just circling back real quick to the diagnostic clinic, do you have a location in mind yet, like a specific town, or is it just figuring out kind of that best placement still?
Yeah, we actually don't. We're
Okay.
kind of just starting this journey. We're looking at some spaces now, but as soon as we know, we will update our website and our social media too.
Hopefully we can get some towns to call you today down here and say, we want it.
That would be great. Yeah, give me a call.
Really cool. And now getting back, I know that we're talking Glow Bingo, but wanted to kind of paint the picture of what all you guys do just to make our audience a little bit more familiar with it. Is getting back real quick to Glow Bingo. Give us the date, the time, the overview, and why we should be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Glow Bingo, that will be happening next Thursday, February 20th. Doors open at 5. Bingo starts at 6. If you buy tickets now, they're slightly cheaper. We got $25 in advance for general admission and $20 for students. Wow. At the door, it'll be $30 and then $25 for students. But we will provide everything you need. We provide all the bingo sheets, the daubers, a glow hat. So you really just need to bring yourself, and then we'll set you up.
But you have to bring your own trolls.
Yes, any kind of lucky charms you have. I cannot provide those, so you'll have to bring those.
I love it. Hey, Jodi, thanks so much for stopping by via Zoom. We hope everything goes well, and we'll link everything in a write-up on Riverbender. From 10:52, we'll take a quick break, come back, and wrap up the week that it was right after this.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Now, OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hank Williams song. 'Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before. Have pity on a dinosaur. Hand me my hat. Excuse me, man, but where's the door?
Welcome back. We're wrapping up this week. Ready for the weekend. We're going to have fun. All righty. real quick, I have a couple of more minutes for you, and I just wanted to fill you in on one more story. We're always trying to do the best we can at RiverBender.com to fill you in on upcoming opportunities for you and whether it's you or an older adult in your life, to learn a little bit more on wellness and about ways to protect yourselves, keep us safe. And Senior Services Plus, the Wellness Center, located over there at 2603 North Rogers, right by the White Castle. They're excited to host this free FREE wellness workshop that's truly focused on healthy living for older adults. The Healthy Living for Older Adults workshop will take place Friday the 28th. There's no leap year this time around, so it is only 28 days in February. The last day of February from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., guest speaker Dr. Sumit Tiwari, a cardiologist with SIHF Healthcare, will share tips on maintaining healthy lifestyles, managing cholesterol, engaging in safe and effective exercises, and adopting heart-healthy dietary habits. The free workshop is going to be held right there again at that Wellness Center classroom and is open to the public. No Wellness Center membership is required, and no RSVP is necessary either. Light refreshments will be provided. For more information, call 618-465-3298. That's 618-465-3298, extension 1009, to keep you going. All righty. So there's one thing I still got to do today. And I can end on this date in history and end with what I wanted to end on. On this date in history, we have 2 minutes, so let me just kind of buzz right through this and just wait for the big finale, okay? Can you wait? Give me 2 minutes for the big finale of the show, please. I'm not trying to be hateful today. It's been, I'm kind of just on one anyway. One of the most notable events on February the 14th occurred in 1929, known as that St. Valentine's Day Massacre in Chicago during the height of the Prohibition. 7 members of George Bugs Moran's gang were brutally murdered by assailants allegedly hired by rival gangster Al Capone. The shocking event highlighted the violent turf war characterized the era of organized crime in the United States. The massacre not only captured the public's attention, but it led to increased scrutiny of law enforcement's inability to combat crime, specifically organized crime, effectively, ultimately contributing to the eventual demise of the Prohibition. In the realm of sports, February the 14th marked a significant milestone in 1989 when the first ever NBA All-Star Game was held in the Garden. This event was not only celebrated the best players in the league, but it also showcased the growing popularity of professional basketball in the United States. The All-Star Game has since evolved into that grand spectacle that I've never witnessed, drawing millions of viewers and highlighting the cultural importance of sports in American society. And that's about it. Yeah, we'll call it a day on that one. All righty, one final on this date in history. And that's Sydney Sinks was born today. Happy birthday to Sydney. She's been a great addition to RiverBender.com, and we're so excited to have her on the team. I am, because she makes me and my interviews sound fantastic when she writes articles about them and does a lot for all of us. So it's Sydney's birthday today, and I'm not going to say goodbye with Gladys Knight. I'm going to say goodbye by wishing Sydney a happy birthday. I'll see you on Monday. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.